Whoa, hello everybody. How's the friends out there doing? This is Jeff playing Ultimate Admiral, Age of Sail, American campaign, closing out on the hard campaign, hard land battles, hard sea battles. As you can see, I got all the awards. This is where I ended up with where I put the points, so you can just take a peek if you want. This is where I ended up with tech. I just, did that. And this is where I ended up with my ships. Now this is the end of the American campaign. So it doesn't really matter what you do here, because it's over, but I did have 15 ships. So I just kind of wanted to show what I would do with these. Like, there's been times when I had 10 or 9. And although the campaign is over, from the Chesapeake, that's it. I just wanted to say, like, this is what I would do in the game, and this is what I did throughout the game, of how I upgrade ships. So I would want this ship, right? It's a 144 gun ship. It's the most guns of any ship that I have. I mean, I do have some, but I mean, so that costs 50. Very expensive, right? So I got it. Now I ain't gonna be able to do much with it because we only have 2 officers. This is the end of the campaign. I only ended up with 2. So I'm not gonna be anything, but I will kill these other ships just to show you. I'm just doing this as a video of just showing you what I would do. Not necessarily what you have to do, but I'm just going to say, think of this as 10 battles ago or whatever. This is what I'm showing you that I've always done in the hard campaign. Was I wanted better ships. And I don't want to buy them. So now I'm going to go over here, because now I'm only down to 31 rep. I'm going to go way over here to these that I don't want. Like, I do not want an Ardent class third-rate ship. I don't want it, so I sell it for rep. I don't even want the Bellanonas, so I sell it for rep. So we'll get rid of all those. Here's another Ardent. I wouldn't want that. Not in the Navy that I have, in the past few battles. There's no way. Another Ardent. Another Bellanona. Right? Yep. Now I have 131, so that means I can unlock another 144 gun ship. So here's one. So I'll unlock that. So now that's 2 that I unlocked. And here's the third 144 gun ship. So I'll unlock that. And then we'll go over here again, because I only got 31 rep. So now I'm going to get rid of these Bellanonas again, because I don't want these. I mean, I like these when I got them initially in the campaign. But once I went to second and third rate ships, I don't want these anymore. And if I had these in my fleet, I would make them a fire ship. But anyway, here we go. Get rid of that one. Another one right there. And even the second rate ship, I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would get rid of that. And now that gives me 93. So now I would look for another 44 gun ship right here. And I would unlock that one. And now I'm going to need rep. So we're going to get rid of this 126 gun. And we're going to get rid of this 126 gun. And I'll even get rid of this one. And that gives me 4 144 gun ships. Now this is what I would do in the campaign, and like I said, this is just for informational purposes because it doesn't really matter. This campaign is over. So what I would do is any ship that I'm going to replace, so I need to replace, like I'm just showing you that for, you know, informational purposes. I have 4 ships, so I'm going to need to get rid of 4 ships. So I'll put those into the reserves. I'll take off all these officers. And unfortunately, look at this, I got the best 3-tier stuff on here. That really bites. I only get 19. It probably cost me 40,000 and I'm only getting back half of that. But, and I'll just take off the guns because that's what I'm just showing you what I would do in the campaign to do that. So that's one ship, right? Rochester, then Bangor. Okay, and then I'm going to leave the Romulus for now. Unfortunately, Ben, I have to take you out because you're a 112. So, and like I said, this is just for informational purposes because the commands, this is over. But I'm going to say make off, I still had battles to do. And I had this Chesapeake battle, and let's say there were others that were coming up. I'm just showing you what I would do by not adding any more ships, making my Navy bigger, but by replacing ships and upgrading. Unfortunately, though, I'm losing money on the upgrades. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's bad about doing it this way. So, okay, so and now I just got to do Bernardo. At least this is going to give me a lot of officers that I can then put on those ships. It's going to give me a lot of guns to sell. But this is where you lose money. Like you lose, like, I don't know the percentage, but it's probably 50%. Okay, so now I did that. So now I can go to these 4 ships, and I can sell those ships, right? Because even just keeping them, it's going to cost me 3,000 to just have the ship sit here. Imagine that. The ship is totally empty. And it's still going to cost you $34.65 in maintenance just to have this ship. So Rochester, Ranger, Ben, and Bernardo I need to sell. And was it the Ranger? I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to sell. Let me see. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I don't sell the wrong ship. Okay. So I'm just showing you for like what I would have done. And look, you get 51,000 for selling a Victoria rate ship. But that's having 25 points in the sales and purchases. Okay, so now by doing all that, and I could sell off the guns and all that to make money and do all that, because now I got 590,000, but anyways. So now those ships have been sold. I can also sell the guns for money when I need money and all that stuff, but so now we're gonna go and what I would normally do. So by doing that, this is the same amount of ships that I had, except now instead of having 112 gun ships, I have 144 gun ships. So then I would go ahead and put a rear admiral right there, put a captain, another captain, sub-lieutenant. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But with what I got looking at here, alright. And we're just going to go with default guns because it's not going to cost me any rep. And I'll just go to optimal and I get the 3 perks. And we'll just leave it like that. And that brings that one up and running at an optimal thing. And look at the stats. And same thing here, except this one will make this one with John Paul, so that'll be our capital ship. I'll leave the Commodores for the other 2. Oh, actually, I'll put 1 Commodore here. And then the commanders, midshipman, a lieutenant, and I'll put a commander. And then again, I'll go with default guns. And again, look at the stats, because these are coming from the reserves from my other 4 ships that I got rid of. So I get the first perk, which that's what I like. I get the second perk, which that I like is speed. And then this one is the Seawolf. Alright. And so now I have this ship. Now the only problem of doing it this way is any ship that you sold off, you had, upgrades on, and you got some of the money back, but you didn't get it all back. So, alright, so now I have these 2 ships have been now added to my fleet. They replaced 2 of the 112 gun ships. And now here, I saved the Commodore for there. I'll put a commander, a lieutenant, and a sub-lieutenant. And then we'll go with a midshipman. And we'll go with another midshipman for now. And I must have 2,000 of these, because don't forget, if you don't have a rifle, you'll have to spend rep. But I got 118 reps, so I could give these guys better weapons. And I still have a lot of money, but this is the end of the campaign, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm just giving you these as examples of the things that you can do. So this is more of just an informational video than anything else. But this is the process that I would have done for any of the battles of always upgrading ships. This is how I do it. Now they don't have the best gun, but it doesn't cost me rep. But again, if I wanted to give them the best gun, I would go right here. And I would look to see where I have, what is a good gun, right? Like, do you think the Harper's Ferry is the best? What about this one? It's got 30 melee. Harper's Ferry only has 24. But it does have, you know, efficiency 105. What is this one? Yeah, so it has better efficiency, but the melee's not the best. But if I wanted that, okay, so I could go right here, and it would cost $33,000 for those guns. And it would cost me 9 rep. Well, I have plenty of rep there, so I could do that. I'm just showing you that's a heck of a lot of money to buy for guns of just 900 of them. So there, I did it. So I lost, you know, rep and stuff, but that's why I go with default guns for now. That doesn't cost me anything. Especially when you spent a lot of rep trying to get these ships. Each ship costs 50 rep. This is 200 rep right here of these 4 ships. So anyways, just for instructional purposes, now I saved this Commodore for this ship. Put a sub-lieutenant, another sub-lieutenant. So this ship won't have the best officers, but oh, here's another sub-lieutenant I could buy. Okay, so now doing that, and then go optimal, and by giving them this rifle, it doesn't cost me. Now notice, only because there's that many reserves, not many, the game's not giving me the extra perk. So I have to go like this to go over optimal, and now I can pull in what those 3 perks were right here. So for this ship, you know, I had to put in extra people, which I have and can do. So for practical purposes, I'll just make this 1,000. And it allows me to make the perks. And look at that. So basically what you seen me do was how I would have in any of these battles where I got trophies. This is how I upgrade my ships. So now you can see, instead of having those 112 gun ships, I turned them all into 144 gun ships. Now, of course, they're not the best guns. You can see right here. These are just default Armstrongs. But, you know, like I said, I could go into the game and I could go ahead and see what I got here. So now you would depend on what you feel is better, you know, like so if I felt these were better for my purposes, I could just pop those in there. Cost 15,000, and now I got those. So but, you know, like, I'm going to say I played most of the game with just the default of whatever the ship had. It's only in the latter battles where I might have, one of these ships might have had, I put something different on them. I think it was this one. I put these on it, the 68-pounder Caron. I put this 32-pounder on here. I didn't have any of these to change out the default, so But then I put this walrus right here on this ship. So this ship did have extra guns that I put on it. I don't recall if it made a big difference or not. But anyways, it's basically what I wanted to show you. So yeah, this is what I would have done, like, in these last few battles. I could have just dissolved all these guys and put them on the ships, you know what I mean? And recycled even more troops and stuff. Because as you can see right here, like, yeah, I have a lot of money, but I'm losing 50,000 a turn, which that's not good. But, and I didn't really have a gigantic fleet. I had what I needed for each battle, pretty much. I mean, that's what I had. So, and the only thing other I'll show you is, all right, well, I can show you my the new ships. These are the perks. I mean, these are the upgrades that I like to have. Everybody's going to want different things, but I would put this to save space, and I would put the best boarding kit. So these are tier 3, but it would cost 43,000. Look at that. But now this ship is lighter, and it has the boarding kit, and then I can max this ship out if I wanted to. And if I'm going to buy the gun, well, let's see what else we have I would look at. Oh yeah, look at this. We got 1,800 of these. So this won't cost me any rep to put this one on, and it's better than the other gun because it has a bayonet. So there. So I maxed that ship out with a crew that is really decent. Look at the stats. And I could go ahead and do that to this one too. I could go again. You can do different things, but what has worked for me was having this on, can max the crew, and putting a boarding kit. Now this one again, another 43,000. And now we're going to go over here for a minute, and we will find, well, I do have 900 of these. So I'll max, and I'll pay a little bit of rep. And I just maxed that one out. So now I have 2 of these that are maxed out. So let's go to the third one. Put the third tier of that in. And put the third tier of that in. 43,000. And keeping this gun, it's going to cost me 5 rep. I mean, I could technically do it. So we'll just do it for the heck of it. And now that ship is maxed out. And this one, notice how I can't max it out, right? And that's because I need to put this on it. And the third tier saves 20% of cannon weight. That's 25,000. And of course I like the board, and that's how I get ships, so therefore I like to have the boarding kit. That's 17,000. So now the 4 ships that I added to my fleet have you know, the best of the number of guns, like 144. Now the question would be, why is this one 8,703? Oh, because I didn't max it out yet. Okay, sorry. There. So now I maxed that one out. Because I have the guns and it didn't cost me any rep. So now, yeah. So to have one of these ships, the Santissima class ship, first rate, in my Navy, depending on the perks that you picked here, in my Navy, anyways, it costs $8,703 just to have this one ship sitting in your harbor, maxed out with the crew. So with those upgrades that I did, you can see that, yeah, and now what I could even do, if there's no more land battles, right? You know, and there ain't, I mean, this is over. So, I mean, I could show you that too if you're interested. I can go to my transports and I could, I think if I go either way, like if I go like this to the reserves, say upgrade and then dismiss the unit, the whole unit is up here. So I could do that to all of them. I'm gonna see if I just say dismiss, yeah, they go up here. So you don't have to do the double step. So that's now right up there. Now if I had a ship that didn't have any of them, I could put these on that ship and I would be able to have that ship with 3 perks and have some really good guys on it. So technically, you know, this is over, so I mean, I can assign oh, it's overloaded. Okay, and then we can dismiss. We can dismiss. We can dismiss. We can dismiss. And I could have even got rid of my transports too, but and then I could go over here and I can go to the Romulus and I can just max him out. Max him up, and I'm using the reserves right here. Okay. So anyways, you can see, and that costs a lot of money. I had 500,000. Notice I only have 200,000 now. And now if you look here, I don't have any more reserves. So I'm being charged for the fleet. I'm being charged for the crew. So I'm 48,590 minus per turn. So just for practical purposes, I'm just going to go I'll just say that, and That's basically all that I wanted to show you. Was really what this video was about, is to show the end of my campaign. But it was also to show you what I normally do with the trophies, and that's how I upgrade ships and stuff like that. So anyways, here we go. We're just gonna hit right here and end. And the stats might be a little different because of what I just did here, but let's take a peek. So here's the victory on a hard land and sea campaign. I got all the ribbons. Your achievements were beyond any expectation. You've gone from a Scottish cabin boy to a legendary admiral. You've challenged again and again the mighty British Royal Navy and won stunning victories. You are the first American naval hero. Descendants of our nation will remember your name as the person who created the U.S. Navy and won freedom for his country. Your victories will undoubtedly be studied by cadets at the U.S. academies, and each of them will dream of becoming you. So this, I guess I can make a picture of this. Player losses, enemy strength. And so player losses, enemy strength, enemy losses. So you can see right here. So again, I'll make a save of that. And like I said, this is of a hard campaign, so I'm kind of proud of it. So anyways, that is that. That's all I could say of my hard campaign on the American. It's done. I hope most of you who watched did like it. And I think now I can do whatever the mini campaign is. So we'll find out what that is. But anyways, this was my victory right here. And these are the statistics. And that is that. So now with all these videos that I made, I'll be able to look at them and know when I can transfer all those Marines into my ships instead of just leaving them sitting there taking up maintenance. So that is that, folks. I'm going to call it a day. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good morning or a good afternoon or a good evening. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. God bless to you in your own religion. This is Jeff signing out. Adios, amigos.